No one is talking about this, but what Ja Rule said recently about Ashanti has sent shockwaves through the celebrity community. Wait and watch the clip, because what he revealed isn't just about praise, it's about loyalty, respect, and a simmering drama fans have been speculating on for months. Social media erupted after Ja Rule's comments, and you won't believe how fans are connecting the dots. During a recent radio interview, Ja Rule was asked about ongoing rumors and fan debates regarding Ashanti. With a calm yet firm tone, he defended her character, emphasizing that sometimes the public doesn't really know the people behind the spotlight. Some people talk about her, but they don't really know how great she is as a person, he said, leaving listeners stunned. He carefully avoided naming anyone directly, yet the context was clear. Fans immediately linked his statement to recent remarks made by Lawrence Gotti on The Breakfast Club. Lawrence had openly criticized Ashanti for not visiting or personally checking in after his brother Irv Gotti's passing in February 2025. The tension was palpable, and Ja Rule seemed determined to redirect the narrative. "Let things pass, and let the dead rest in peace," Ja Rule added. The line was soft but heavy with meaning, hinting at unresolved feelings surrounding Irv Gotti's death and Ashanti's perceived absence. Eyewitnesses claim his tone carried both respect and subtle admonishment, as if urging the industry to focus on love over judgment. Social media immediately exploded. Twitter users began posting side-by-side comparisons of Ja Rule's statement with clips from Lawrence Gotti's interview. One tweet read, "Ja Rule defending Ashanti? Finally, someone putting respect over gossip." Another said, "He didn't say names, but we all know what this is about. Facts over flowers." Fans were dissecting every nuance, analyzing Ja Rule's word choice, hand gestures, and the timing of his interview. The suggestion that Ashanti's reputation was being unfairly scrutinized resonated deeply with her supporters. "People forget she's been loyal to the culture and the people who raised her," wrote one fan on Instagram. Leaked DMs from insiders hinted that Ashanti herself was aware of the backlash and had spoken privately with Ja Rule about the ongoing rumors. She allegedly thanked him for publicly defending her, recognizing that his words could help reshape the narrative swirling around her absence at Irv Gotti's funeral. Meanwhile, Lawrence Gotti's original comments were still fresh in fans' minds. He had stated, "Ashanti should have come to see her. She didn't need to send flowers." The public reaction was immediate. Many felt Lawrence was being harsh. Others believed he was speaking truthfully. This contrast between Lawrence's call-out and Ja Rule's defense created a dramatic tension that fans couldn't ignore. Entertainment media outlets began reporting on both sides. Headlines read, "Ja Rule defends Ashanti amid Gotti family controversy," and fans react to Lawrence Gotti's claims about Ashanti. The coverage fueled speculation about whether there was more to the story than what was publicly shared. One insider shared, "Ja Rule has always been protective of Ashanti. He knows the pressures she faces, and he isn't about to let rumors tarnish her legacy." This insider claimed that the late-night interview was carefully coordinated to remind the public that Ashanti's loyalty and professionalism extend beyond the headlines. Fans on TikTok began creating reaction videos, emphasizing Ja Rule's sincerity. Many noted that his gesture was more than defense. It was a public reminder of Ashanti's humanity and her contributions to the music industry, her charity work, and her personal integrity. Meanwhile, celebrities close to the situation began weighing in subtly on social media. Some posted throwback photos with Ashanti and Ja Rule, captioning them with supportive comments that indirectly echoed his defense. Fans quickly interpreted these as a quiet show of solidarity. The public's reaction included a mix of emotions: anger toward perceived critics, relief that someone spoke out, and curiosity about how the Gotti family dynamics were playing out behind the scenes. It became clear that this wasn't just a music industry spat, but a deeply personal story tied to grief, respect, and long-standing friendships. Some media outlets speculated that Ja Rule's defense could lead to Ashanti being invited to future Gotti family events without controversy. Rumors suggested that a private conversation between Ja Rule and Lawrence Gotti might be in the works, aiming to reconcile past misunderstandings and publicly mend fences. As the clip circulated further, comments poured in. One viral post read, "Ja Rule didn't have to do this, but he did. Shows what real friends do." Another said, "Ashanti's loyalty has never wavered. People just love to spin stories." These reactions hinted at a growing public empathy for Ashanti, potentially reshaping the ongoing narrative about her absence at Irv Gotti's funeral. And just when it seemed like the story might settle, a leaked snippet of audio surfaced, allegedly of a private conversation between Ashanti and Ja Rule discussing how to handle media inquiries. The clip suggested there might be even more layers to this drama than fans could imagine, setting the stage for shocking revelations in the next batch. The leaked audio clip sent social media into a frenzy. In the recording, Ashanti's voice could allegedly be heard saying, "I'm tired of people judging my silence, like it means I don't care." Though the clip wasn't confirmed, fans instantly believed it added another emotional layer to Ja Rule's defense. Within hours, Ashanti Speaks and Respect the Queen were trending across X and Instagram. Listeners dissected every word, arguing that Ashanti had simply chosen to grieve privately. "Not everyone mourns in front of cameras," one user commented. "She has a right to peace." Another fan added, "Ja Rule said it best. Let the dead rest in peace. This drama should have ended with Irv." Meanwhile, Ja Rule stayed quiet after his interview went viral. Insiders claimed he wanted the focus to remain on his message, not the controversy surrounding it, but his silence only amplified curiosity. Was there more he wasn't saying? Was he protecting Ashanti from deeper backlash within the industry? The Breakfast Club hosts even revisited Lawrence Gotti's earlier comments, replaying them with added context. Charlemagne remarked, "Sometimes people grieve differently, and not showing up doesn't mean you didn't care." That statement alone reignited debates about whether the criticism toward Ashanti was ever fair to begin with. Multiple entertainment blogs began running timelines, comparing Irv Gotti and Ashanti's professional history, highlighting their once close working relationship during the Murder, Inc. era. They emphasized how personal their fallout had become over the years, and how that history made the funeral situation more complicated than it appeared on the surface. According to one anonymous source close to Ashanti, she had actually reached out to the Gotti family privately before the funeral, but decided against attending because of ongoing, uncomfortable tensions within the circle. The source claimed she didn't want her presence to shift the focus away from honoring Irv. Though unverified, that explanation resonated with many fans. As speculation grew, Ja Rule subtly posted an Instagram story showing a candle and the caption, "Peace over pride. No hashtags, no tags, just silence and light." Fans took that as another quiet message of support for Ashanti and a reminder to respect the deceased's memory rather than fuel gossip. But Lawrence Gotti wasn't backing down. In a follow-up post on his social media, he doubled down, writing, "I said what I said. Respect is earned." The message was brief but sharp, sparking yet another wave of reactions. Some fans felt he was still hurting and expressing that pain through frustration, while others accused him of keeping the feud alive. The tension between both sides became symbolic, a reflection of how grief can divide rather than unite. Industry figures began commenting anonymously, calling it a sad situation made worse by social media. One insider told the Shade Room, "It's painful watching old family like Murder, Inc. turn against each other publicly." Ja Rule's trying to be the peacemaker, but emotions are raw. Meanwhile, Ashanti continued posting normal content on her feed, studio photos, rehearsal clips, and promotional shots. But fans noticed her captions had taken a softer, reflective tone. One read, "Peace begins when we stop explaining ourselves to those who never tried to understand." The post drew over 500,000 likes, with comments full of support and heart emojis. Even Nelly, though he didn't comment directly, liked Ja Rule's interview post, another move fans immediately caught. That single like became headline news, interpreted as a quiet endorsement of Ja Rule's message, and a sign that Ashanti's closest circle was standing behind her. Music outlets began analyzing whether this tension might overshadow Ashanti's upcoming anniversary tour. Publicists reportedly debated whether she should issue an official statement or let Ja Rule's defense stand as her silent response. "She's focusing on her music, not the mess," one PR insider claimed. Through all the noise, one thing became clear. Ja Rule's loyalty was unwavering. He wasn't chasing headlines, he was protecting a legacy. As one fan wrote, "He's been with Ashanti since day one. He knows her heart better than these internet judges." The comment was liked thousands of times, reflecting how deeply the audience connected with the idea of loyalty in a time of loss. Late that night, Ja Rule reposted a clip of himself and Ashanti performing Always on Time from their last joint concert. The caption read, "Real will always recognize real." Within minutes, thousands of fans flooded the comment section with supportive messages, further proving that his defense of Ashanti had reignited nostalgia and respect for their long-standing bond. But then, out of nowhere, an unexpected twist appeared online. A fan-recorded video allegedly showing Ja Rule and Lawrence Gotti having a heated exchange at a private industry event just days before the interview aired. The footage was grainy, the audio unclear, but it hinted that what Ja Rule said publicly might have been the result of an emotional confrontation behind closed doors. And that revelation set the stage for an even more dramatic turn in the final batch. When the alleged video of Ja Rule and Lawrence Gotti surfaced, fans didn't waste a second dissecting every blurry frame. The clip, filmed at what appeared to be an after-party, showed Ja Rule raising his hands as if trying to calm Lawrence down. Though the audio was muffled, one faint line could be heard. "You gotta stop blaming her, bro." That was all it took to set social media ablaze. Within hours, headlines read, "Ja Rule confronts Lawrence Gotti over Ashanti drama. Caught on tape?" Blogs speculated that this was the real reason behind Ja's emotional tone during his later interview. Fans praised him for standing his ground. "Ja been solid from day one," one user commented. "He's not letting anyone disrespect Ashanti's name anymore." Lawrence, however, quickly denied any altercation. In a cryptic post, he wrote, "Don't believe everything you see. Sometimes peace looks like walking away." But many felt that his denial came too late. The damage was already done. By then, the internet had already decided. Ja Rule was the loyal friend standing up against years of misplaced resentment. Meanwhile, Ashanti herself finally broke her silence. During a recent Instagram live promoting her latest single, a fan asked how she felt about Ja Rule's comments. Smiling softly, she replied, "Ja is family. He's always been solid. I appreciate him, always." That single acknowledgement was enough to send the fandom into overdrive. Fans filled her comments with heart emojis and messages like, "Protect this friendship at all costs." But the emotional part came when Ashanti paused and added, "Sometimes silence doesn't mean absence, it means healing." Her tone carried a weight that no statement could. For many, that was her subtle way of addressing the funeral drama without reigniting tension. She didn't have to explain. Her grace spoke louder than any headline. In the days that followed, even some of Lawrence's supporters began softening their tone. One post that went viral read, "Grief makes us say things we don't mean. Maybe both sides are hurting more than we realize." It was a rare moment of unity in a story that had divided fans for weeks. Ja Rule, staying true to his character, posted one final message on X. Love over legacy, respect over rumors, peace, always. The tweet gathered over 100K likes within 24 hours. People praised his maturity, calling him the voice of reason amid chaos. Entertainment reporters began reflecting on Ja Rule and Ashanti's decades-long journey, from their Murder Inc. rise to their separate careers and eventual reconciliation. What many noticed was that despite the noise, they had remained consistent in their loyalty to each other, refusing to let the industry's bitterness ruin their bond. Then came the most surprising turn of all. Lawrence Gotti reportedly reached out privately to Ja Rule to clear the air. According to insiders, the conversation was calm and honest. They talked about grief, about family, about letting things go, the source said. It wasn't about who was right, it was about healing. While neither side confirmed it publicly, fans celebrated the rumored truce as a sign that closure might finally be possible. As the dust began to settle, Ashanti shared a serene photo of herself, standing by the ocean, dressed in white, captioned simply, "Peace is my language." That post instantly went viral, marking what many saw as her official closing statement on the matter. Ja Rule commented beneath it with a simple heart emoji, and the words, "Always got you." The exchange, though brief, melted fans' hearts. "This is what real friendship looks like," one user said. Through it all, Ja and Ashanti never switched up. Music industry veterans began praising Ja Rule publicly, calling him one of the few artists still carrying the code of loyalty. A producer tweeted, "He didn't do it for clout. He did it because that's who he is. Real men defend real women." That sentiment echoed across social platforms, transforming what began as a feud into a powerful statement about respect and solidarity. By the week's end, major outlets shifted their headlines from Ashanti versus Gotti to how Ja Rule helped end the tension. Fans flooded his comment section with love and gratitude, thanking him for standing up for Ashanti and for keeping her legacy protected through compassion instead of chaos. And as one emotional fan wrote, "Maybe this wasn't about drama. It was about reminding everyone that loyalty and empathy still exist in this industry." That comment, shared thousands of times, summed it up perfectly. Because in the end, Ja Rule didn't just defend Ashanti, he reminded everyone that real love, real friendship, and real peace always outshine rumors.